Who's excited about Taco Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo?
Oh, yes. Becca was talking about Taco Tuesday. It's funny that Cinco de Mayo does fall on Taco Tuesday this year. It is also sad that most of us are quarantined and most of the places that sell tacos are not open. But if you can make tacos, make them. Or if there's a food truck somewhere in your neck of the woods, grab you a taco from there. But hello, guys. It's good to see you. We were doing a lot of last minute stuff. I had to run and get a water. That's essential to me. And then me and Becca actually got a little bit late. We didn't even know where the time went. We were talking about our amazing childhoods camping, which is an incredible thing. But anyways, we're going to be making the cutest little project today. This was actually Becca's idea. So Becca gets all the credit for today's live. It's going to be an incredible Mother's Day idea that you all can use whenever you want to. And I went in there today and added another part to the title of this video, because this is how you can turn handwriting, like on a piece of paper, into an SVG that you can use in Design Space, which is going to be amazing. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully a lot of people will come back to this video when they want to learn that, because it's
Let me correct you for a second.
Sure.
So we're not actually turning it into an SVG.
No, it's something you can cut.
Yes, absolutely. It's more like a ping.
Yeah.
But I do want to point out, if you want to know how to turn your actual handwriting into a font, then our Design Make Sell that's one of the classes that we do. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
sorry though.
But
no, Becca's right. I'm glad she clarified, because we want to give you guys the 100% correct information. It's not going to be an SVG to where you can do a crap ton of stuff with it. You're just going to bring it in there, and I'll show you guys exactly how to do it. It's going to be super fun, though, and it's going to be super personal to you and your family, which is awesome. I see a question.
Yeah.
A question that I love to answer.
Miss
Lindsay, first of all, if you're new here, absolutely welcome. We're so glad that you're here. If anyone else is new, raise their little hand, because we want to be able to welcome you personally. But this amazing membership website, Maker's Gonna Learn, is for a ton of crafters. Okay, if you own a die cutting machine, and Miss Lindsay, that does include a Silhouette. If you have a Cricut, a Brother, a Silhouette, any die cutting machine that works with SVG and PNG cut files, you will absolutely adore the membership. Not only that, but that's a great segue to tell you guys that we still have the $1 membership deal until Wednesday. So that ends tomorrow, okay? And that is, you pay $1, and we do mean $1. It's just $1. No tax or any of this crazy stuff. You pay $1, and you all get access to our thousands of cut files, and you get into the amazing exclusive Facebook group. You get to download and keep forever your pick of 20 files out of those. It's probably like 3,500 at this point, honestly, but so many cut files. So you guys can dip your toes in and see what the membership is about, especially if you've been on the fence, because we do have several different tiers of membership. We have monthly, we have 6-month, and yearly. The vast majority, I would say like 92 to 94, probably way more than that, % of all of our members, which is almost 6,000 members, is yearly members. And that is because you pay the least amount of money and get the most amount of our benefits. We offer, just like we mentioned, around 3,000 or more digital cut files. But for our yearly members, we also offer 3 e-courses that are perfect for beginners, teaching you how to master your machine, the software, so Design Space, and then there's one on kind of the beginning steps to building a business with your die cutting machine, which is amazing. And also fonts. Did I already mention fonts? I don't think so. We love fonts. We have over 300 of them, and they are exclusive to our yearly members. Also a free commercial license, meaning you can sell any and all projects you make using our cut files and fonts for profit legally, because a lot of these memberships have a personal use license and not a commercial, which is crazy. And then all of our members get access to the member-only Facebook group and a bunch of amazing printable guides. So if you want to take advantage of that $1 membership, again, go ahead, take that chance. You can go in there and look through all of our cut files. You can look through our fonts. You can look at our printable guides and things like that. However, the only thing that you guys can do as $1 members is browse, get onto the exclusive Facebook group, which is an amazing perk, and then you can download 20 out of 3,000 plus cut files. Now, if you do not upgrade within a month, or you do not cancel within a month, then you will be billed $19.99 the very next month, so 30 days after you pay us $1, because you are technically monthly members. So if you would like to upgrade, please do that. You would absolutely love to upgrade. Let me see,
It is Miss Elizabeth's daughter's birthday. Her name is Kiyomi. Happy birthday, Kiyomi.
Happy birthday. Happy 8th birthday. That is amazing. 8 years old. Congratulations, guys. Tomorrow, I turn 22.
What?
Mm-hmm. So me and Miss Elizabeth's daughter, we almost share a birthday.
Almost.
We're so close to sharing a birthday. So happy birthday. I hope you enjoy your day. Okay, yeah. If you guys have any questions about the membership, about what we're doing, definitely let us know. But I'm going to get into some of the supplies we'll be using today. Becca is going to cut me off if she sees any questions, and I already see one here. Where do I go to join Miss Sassy TBC? Becca has been throwing down some links for you guys for that $1 membership. There she goes. And then you guys can also, if you're watching this recorded, you can go down to the link in the description. But this does end tomorrow, so act fast on that. I think I see something else. Jean? I'm confused. If I'm in the class that starts in May, is that included? Miss Jean, it is not. You do not get a membership with Maker's Gonna Learn if you are in the class Design, Make, Sell. There are two different entities. They can work together if you would like them to, because the membership would be beneficial once you take Design, Make, Sell, because we do offer that free commercial license and you have so many fonts and files to get started with. However, Design, Make, Sell is a separate thing. It is not included in the membership. It does not come with a membership because we wanted it to be available for people who were not members and vice versa. So that is why. You do not get a membership with Design, Make, Sell. However, you do get a lot of amazing bonuses if you do get that professional tier. Yeah, so again, all those links are in the description below. Let me know if you have any more questions. Mary Kate, what are you all doing for Mother's Day? That's a great question. We get to go to my grandparents' farm for the first time since before COVID-19 happened. We missed Easter and everything like that. So we are all itching to get together as a family. We have not seen everybody all at once. And my sister and her husband, my sweet brother-in-law, are even coming in. I have not seen them since Christmas. So I'm super excited. I hope that you all have an amazing Mother's Day. Tanner and Courtney are running around town today. Having a fun day, I think.
That's my understanding.
I think that's what they're doing. I FaceTimed them. I think they were getting ice cream.
Chicken salad chick.
Oh, they were chicken salad chicks. Sorry.
Yeah.
It sounded like ice cream.
Well, he said a scoop of Fancy Nancy. But the only reason I know is because Fancy Nancy is. That's why I was like, it has nuts in it. Tell him not to get it.
And I was like, what is Becca talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was concerned about it. That's why I was interjecting. I forgot to tell you that.
When I hear get a scoop of, I'm like, ice cream, I would never think chicken salad.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot more sense. Thanks, Becca. I appreciate that. But anyways, yeah. So I think they're just having a fun day, which I'm happy about. And again, me and Miss Becca are doing lives today and tomorrow, and then I will be here with Tanner doing a live. No, Becca will be here with Tanner doing.
Yep.
Something's happening this week. Something's happening. A lot of things are weird. But this week was the week that we were starting our brand new live schedule. However, I am actually off work this Thursday and Friday to help my mom and dad. Fingers crossed, pray to the Lord to move into their house, which is almost done. Like, it is so close that we can all taste it. So just pray that everybody can get that finished up. So I don't know if Tanner and Becca are switching this week, and Tanner's doing tomorrow and Becca's doing. I don't know. But we will see. Anyways,
there's a good question.
Yeah.
Jennifer says, new to this channel and getting my first Cricut today. Do all the files that you have available work with my Cricut machine? Sorry if that's a dumb question.
Jennifer.
Not dumb at all?
Not dumb at all. Absolutely not. Good question, actually. So our membership works with any machine that can use SVG or PNG cut files. So if you are using Design Space, if your machine, I think the lowest Cricut it can use is the first Edition Air. I don't know if it can use the expression. Which one is solely using cartridges? Tanner would know this 100%.
Yeah, I don't know anymore because they're not even, you can't.
For like half the time Tanner has been.
Yeah.
But as long as it'll work with digital cut files, then you can absolutely use it. But again, if it's solely just cartridge use and you have like the screen on your Cricut, I do not think that those will work with that because you do have to have those dies or cartridges. I don't know that world of Cricut. I do apologize. But not a bad question at all. Thank you so much. I wish I had way more scientific information to give you. Anyway,
I saw another question somewhere up here. Miss Nadia said, let me find her original.
Sure, find it. We'll take a sip of water. Hydrate,
hello,
guys.
Sorry to come back on this issue. I'd like to print the PDF finds. I think she meant fonts. But it is not updated. Is this my problem? So I'm looking at it right now, Miss Nadia, and it is updated on our website.
Okay.
It does have the most current font release on there. So yeah.
Thanks, Becca, for doing that investigative work. Investigative work. However, if you all don't want to print out all of them, you can select 1 or 2 pages, like the last 2 pages, and print those out as well.
When am I making the baseball wreath? It is made. It is going to be an organic video. I've filmed it a few weeks ago.
It's done. It's coming out. I was just looking at that today. I think it's coming out. I think that one's the first or second next week. Second week in May. Which is coming up on us soon. Yeah. It's soon, guys. That's coming.
There was another question. What kind of printable vinyl do we like?
We like Cricut printable vinyl. That is a great question. We do have a link to that in the description. I think it might be in our favorite things. We also have the link to all of the products we're using today in the description. If not, though, on Amazon, you can use our shop Amazon link in the description. You can see that we do have a ton of those down there. You can just search in Cricut printable vinyl. That's the one we like. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The Cricut printable vinyl has great color from what we can see. A lot of that does depend on your printer that you have, and it's pretty cheap. It's like $6.99 for I think 10 sheets or something like that, which is not bad. Let me see. What is Rachel making her parents for a housewarming? Oh, Carol, that's a good question. What is Rachel making her parents for a housewarming gift? Fingers crossed they do not watch this because I made a frame. I actually made it here. I can't believe I didn't show it to you guys or something like that. But it's a beautiful frame, and then it has Jeremiah 29:11 on it, which if you don't know, it's for I know the plans I have for you, said the Lord, plans to give you hope in a future. I love that verse, so I made that verse. And then I actually, back when the fire happened, I took the house key from the house that had burned, that's kind of old and black and burnt, and then I got a brand new key to their new home, the same home, but the new lock with the new door, and I glued them side by side, and I thought that was a really cool gift. So that is what I got them and made them. Thank you for asking. Anyways, okay, here we go. We're gonna go into supplies. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. We are using a frame that was made from Tanner's Amazing Frame course. That is in the link in the description if you would like it. However, if you do get the pro tier to Design Make Sell, you get that course included, which is awesome. So this guy is, I think he's 13.5 by 10, I think. I'll measure him and let you know. But we do have the backing and then the frame part. For that, again, the link is in the description if you would like to take that course. We have some pre-stained and painted today, just in case, and I can paint and stain those today if you all would like to see that. I just don't want to bore you with all of the painting and staining, but we did use our amazing Jacobine stain, so for that we do have the actual stain. We have some of our little cloths that we have cut up, and some gloves here. My favorite thing is that whenever I give one of these to Tanner, he honest to God thinks it's a cut up t-shirt, and it's actually staining cloths that I cut up for him, but I love that he thinks that they're a t-shirt. Now, there was a t-shirt floating around here at one time, but she's long gone because of how much we stained. And again, the links for all this is in the description.
Yeah, and I just want to point out, somebody had mentioned, they're talking about Cricut printable vinyl and that it's sold out on Cricut's website, but I am dropping a link right now. It is available on Amazon.
Yay!
So if you're a Prime member especially,
Get it.
I just dropped it.
We usually get like 3 or 4 packs at a time.
Yeah.
To keep in the studio, because we use that a lot. And then sometimes you'll make mistakes, or the printer will make some mistakes and print it weird, or the Cricut, if it's not calibrated so like it should be, it'll kind of ruin your project then. So keeping a lot of that on hand is good too, for sure. We also have our Chalky Finish Everlasting White paint here. Again, link in the description for that as I throw things around. And today, this is actually something that we have not done on a live, I don't think ever. And I've been answering a lot of questions about this on the YouTube channel, so I wanted to go ahead and maybe start incorporating this into more live streams. And this is just some polyacrylic. If you guys have seen any of our other videos using it, we have usually a big can that's the same size as our stain here, but we got a little can too to be kind of a little bit easier to take around. And we're actually going to seal this project once we're done, because you guys are going to be amazed. We're actually using regular vinyl for today's project. I think that we have done iron on wood so many times, and again, with the amount of questions I answer about why we choose iron on to go on wood instead of regular vinyl, I think those are going to be answered today with how much more work it is. And it's not that it's I don't know, it's more time consuming, and then of course it's harder to weed regular adhesive vinyl, and then to get it to stick to wood is a little bit trickier as well. So I would actually highly recommend adding a coat or two of your polyacrylic before you even add your vinyl. So you need to let that set and dry. But I just want to try it as wood today, just painted and dried wood, and kind of just walk through it. And it actually won't last as long as HTV, which is why we're going to seal it after the fact. I also get a lot of comments on what kind of vinyl we use and why we don't use permanent or this or that. Being 100% honest, there's not a whole lot of difference between premium outdoor, permanent, or removable, or anything like that. There's not a huge difference. The adhesives are just about the same. A lot of companies, I think, make it and tweak it just a little bit to just have more types, the vinyl. That's not saying, I'm not like calling out Cricut or anything, everyone does it. But I'm just saying personally, if one is more expensive than the other, regular does just as good as permanent would do. It's just as removable, in my opinion. So we use Oracal 651. It's a really great brand. I think it weeds really well, it cuts incredibly, and it lasts forever. I have this on my car as a decal, and I love it. So that's what we're using today. We have our favorite staple gun, our Arrow Fastener T50. This is linked in the description. We have some brushes here, and then we have our little secret today, which is some handwriting on a piece of paper. Now for today, we decided it would be super cute to do, well, Becca decided it would be super cute. I think she said she did this for her mom or something close to it. Is that right, Becca? Mm-hmm. Yeah. She had the idea to write all of like the mother's children or grandchildren's names on a piece of paper, or not names, but all of their handwriting in like I love you, or love you mom, or happy Mother's Day, or something like that. We chose I love you. So just have all your different kids write these out. This is actually just me and Becca trying our hardest to make our handwriting look different. In a perfect world, it would be 4 different children, but we do not live in a perfect world. So this is mine and Becca's, and I just cut it out to make it easier to show you all today. And I'm going to show you how to take this, put it in Design Space, and be able to cut it out. It's actually a super easy process. So yeah, Becca, have I missed anything? What are the questions?
I've answered some of them.
I can see that. You've been working hard.
I have. One of them was, does Cricut have craftboard on their website? The answer is yes, they do, and it's actually on sale right now. I'm looking at it right now. Wow. And then some other questions were, how do you find the member-only videos? And I did answer that, but I just want to go over it really quickly.
Please do.
The member-only videos are available in our private Facebook group. So if you are a member of Maker's Gonna Learn, then and are not a member of our private Facebook group, go find it and ask to join. And then if you're on your mobile device, then you can scroll toward the top and scroll through the options that are at the top of that menu and click album, and you'll find the member only video album there. If you are on a desktop computer, then you'll look to the left hand menu in Facebook, and you can click photos or videos, and then you'll click albums, and you can find the album there.
Look at her go. She a wealth of knowledge here. Becca.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel smarter just from that.
I'm glad you do. But you can find the album now, can't you?
I can.
Yeah.
I sure can. And I'm very happy that Becca did that because we didn't have an album at first. And I personally was going through there for launch week for Design Make Sale and trying to find the giveaway I had every day and trying to write down the winners and have that all nice and neat. I could not find those videos.
Yeah.
So having albums and things like that is going to be much more organized, and we hope that you guys are enjoying how we're kind of tweaking things along the way to make them easier for you all, because you guys and making sure you guys are, you know, satisfied with your membership and everything that entails is our mission here. So if we do not have any questions about really anything that we're doing here, we're just going to go ahead onto Design Space, and I will show you guys what we're doing over there. I'll let my computer go to sleep.
You'll do.
But yeah, I'll show you how this works and everything, and then if we have time, because I don't want to waste too much of your guys' Tuesday, then I might do a little bit of painting, a little bit of staining, just depending on what you guys would like. So this is the finished kind of what we're getting at today, which you guys know you're used to seeing here. The square represents the size of frame that we have, or excuse me, it represents the amount of space on the frame we have to work with. That's probably a better way of saying it, because if you put the frame on the backing, you lose several inches around where that frame is. So we have 8.5 by 11.25, and this is what we have to work with. Let's see. I am a member of Cricut Access. I see this here. Can I be a part of the Facebook group? Miss Catherine, you cannot. Only the Makers Gonna Learn members do have access to that membership. Like I mentioned, we do have, for those yearly members, fonts, which is over 300, that commercial license, and those 3 free e-courses. And then for our regular members, we do have files every month in that Facebook group. And I'll go on over here to home and show you guys how to do that. So if you are here and you want to go to the Facebook group, all you have to do is click community. And it'll take you to a whole different tab right here and show you this incredible group. But anyways, yeah. And if we have any other questions, hang on, I see something.
Yeah, Trisha has a good question.
Okay, Trisha. When will we be able to make a Makers Learn t-shirt or be able to purchase one? Trisha?
Spoiler alert!
Oh, God, goodness gracious. It's a lot sooner than you think.
I'd say in less than 48 hours you might be able to.
You know what, Becca? I'd say as projections go, as guesses go, rather.
Yeah.
As guesses go.
If we were betting people.
If we were the gambling type, I would say in 48 hours, you just might be able to make your own MGL merch. Now, we don't know that for sure. And you know, I could have just dreamt that last night. It's not set in stone. So maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Anyways, so that was hilarious. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys this process. So I'm so sorry if you have read the title and this is all you've been waiting for, because our chit chat and our amazing, you know, just talking in the middle, or excuse me, in the beginning of the video, we enjoy that, and a lot of other people do too. So I do apologize if you just wanted to come here to learn this one thing. Yeah, so sorry. Anyways, so we have popped that square in there, and the big benefit of that is so that you do not have to worry about what size you're making your SVG. It's a lot easier to have something sized the exact dimensions in Design Space, rather than having your measuring tape out and measure your frame 8 different times. And Catherine, that is exactly what I'm showing you, Miss Catherine. So if you would stick around, I will definitely show you how. So we're just gonna start. So this is the photo that I took. It's a good one, isn't it?
So we had a white piece of paper and a Sharpie, and we wrote on there.
Yep.
And took a crappy picture with our cell phone.
I actually tried to take the pictures best I could. It just ended up
she took a lovely picture with herself.
I took like 20, guys, and this is the best it got.
Okay, but here's the thing, guys. What is important is you notice there aren't like massive shadows on her picture. So, and what I mean by that is, yes, it's dark, but there's not like half of it that's light and half of it is dark. It's all uniform, and that is what is important when you're taking a picture. Sorry, I may have taken some of your thunder there.
No, Becca, this is a team. We make a team.
Okay.
Good. Oh, and by the way, guys, thank you so much for being so supportive. You guys are really, really funny. I love you all so much. Okay, here's the photo that I took of the handwriting. Again, like Becca said, this was regular printer paper. This isn't even really thick cardstock, which might have made the picture look better, but I wanted to be as real as possible, and it's the only thing I could find. So, this is just regular printer paper. Me and Becca were using the same Sharpie. We just wrote on this here. My use is a little crazy up here as well. And again, I'll be able to show you guys how to fix all these little imperfections. So all that I did with this, and again to this step, just take a photo of it. This is with my iPhone, okay? This was with my iPhone. How I got it to my computer, if you use a Mac, you can send this to yourself on a text message. If you are not, email it to yourself. That is the easiest way. I actually, since Tanner doesn't have the text message thingy here, and I was way too lazy, I emailed it to Tanner and then went on Tanner's email and grabbed it here. So this is what I have here. No, Christine, we did not scan this. I will show you right now. I love how excited you are about this. This is awesome.
It's good.
So this is a photo. The very first thing that we did, again, I will apologize if you guys are not on a Mac. I don't know the 100% logistics on how to do this on like a Windows or a Dell or whatever kind of other types of computers there are that aren't as good as Mac. I'm joking. Computers are great, all of them. I'll be showing you how to do this primarily with Mac. If you know relatively what I'm doing, you can do this on whatever computer you have.
Now they can do this in Design Space too.
Yeah, you can do this in Design Space. Yeah, absolutely you could. It's not hard to do at all in Design Space once you upload it as is. I wanted to just kind of take a little bit of Design Space out of it, mostly 90% because Design Space has been terrible lately. And I wanted to take out as much as I could, you know, for the probability of it maybe liking us a little bit more today. Also, I pre-cut this out, the finished one, because that's how much I do not trust Design Space during our live streams. Anywho, again, you can do this in Design Space or you can do it beforehand. We're going to do it beforehand. I'm going to go up to Tools. I hope you guys can see this. And I'm just going to say adjust the size. But I don't exactly want to make it that custom, so I'm just going to hit cancel, and then it kind of popped up this bar down here, which there's a little arrow to do it anyways. And I'm just going to crop it. So I just want to make sure I'm not going to leave out anything, but at the same time, I'm wanting to make this a little bit easier to work with. So I'm just going to take that and go up here and click crop. I'm sure you could scan it too if you guys want to do that. You can scan it and email it to yourself or whatever you'd like to do. However you guys think to do this. After watching this tutorial, if you're like, I know another way to do this, or I know another way, or an easier way, that's fine. That's what we love. We love that you guys are, you know, getting that brain turn and knowing that you guys can do this different ways as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is change the color. So on a Mac here, you can go back up to Tools and change the color here. And I am going to expose the crap out of this. I probably should show you guys what it would do if I didn't expose the crap out of it, but guys, just trust me, it's bad, okay? If you go in there and you start clicking after you upload it on things for it to erase, it'll only erase like a patch here and a patch here, because it is different colors, even though we don't think it is, or not colors, but it's different, like parts are more shadowy than other parts.
It's lighted differently.
It's
lit differently.
Lit differently. Becca's the photographer here, and I can't think of anything. So we're just gonna expose the absolute crap out of it, like literally like that. Exposure is the highest it can go, and now it looks all nice and white. Like, guys, when I was taking the picture, I thought it was white like that. I'm like, this is good and white, but that's good and white. So once you have it like that, I'm just going to click the X. It saves it down here for me, and you can see I have 2 of them now. So now you're just going to go to upload, and this would be if you have just a fresh canvas or whatever you'd like to do. We're going to hit upload image, and we're just going to drag this in here. Oh, that's not the one I wanted to drag. Yeah, it is. That's fine. Now we're going to click complex, and then click continue. So once you have this in here, this is hard to work with. I know it is. So we're going to go up here and zoom out so that we can see it better. Perfect. And we're already at select and erase here. You can see. So all this means that we can just click and a lot of things go away.
Yeah, your whole background is
whole background goes away. This is exactly what we want this to look like. The process is going really well. We're going to go through here and just start clicking in the middle of all of these little letters. And I know that it looks a bit rough around the edges. Don't even worry about that, guys. That's okay. And things like this, if you can see where my mouse is, things like this are almost not worth contouring out. It might just be more work for the Cricut, and you won't be able to notice it as well or as much once it's cut. So think smarter, not harder on that if maybe you or someone in your family has kind of a really wild handwriting, you know. So now we're just going to take it line by line and just contour out all those little spaces. And if I've missed any questions, definitely let me know. Can you show that again? Miss Michaela, tell me the part that you're confused about. Let me know, because there's a bit of a lag. And just saying, can you show me that again? I'm not sure if you mean like the whole process or just a section of it. So just let me know, my dear.
So she has, show her again the tool that you have selected in the top left. I mean, I know it's highlighted, but.
So it's the one that's already selected as soon as you click
the default.
Continue. The default up here is select and erase. So I can go up here and click just erase and make my eraser gigantic. Or I can go over here to crop and I can crop it. But standard default, like Becca said, is just select and erase. Meaning all you have to do is put that mouse right where you want it and click. And just like I did a second ago, if I click something I didn't want erased and I'm like, oh no, where did my love go? Thank goodness for that undo button. So you can just click them just like that.
So that's like one path. Anything that's like one path or one type of layer type. I mean, I know it's not an SVG, so it's not layered, but I'm just trying to figure out a way to really tell you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything that's like a path like that you click. So like the V and the E where they're touching, if she were to click one of those, then the other one would also erase. Yep. Yeah, so it's a really cool way to go in there and just edit it. All she's doing is clicking. That's it. One click.
That's it. I didn't even have to use the erase tool. And guys, let me tell you, if I had uploaded it before I overexposed it, or if I didn't do that in here, I would be using that erase tool and getting in all these little letters, and it would be miserable.
Right. Yeah.
But because I have just the prettiest homeschool handwriting in the world, and my little U here, I love this mouse. This mouse is just the bomb diggity. Oh my gosh. Okay, there it is. My U here is just gorgeous. So while I'm in here, I'm just going to grab that erase tool and make them a little bit smaller and go in here and just erase this, I mean, just incredible work of art. So there we go. It looks much better.
Would never know.
Would never know that I'm just crazy. Now, Miss Michaela, before I move on, you all let me know if you have...
Where you made the background later. So I think
okay.
Where you edited the photo, I think.
I will show you that, okay? Now I'm just going to hit continue just so I know that our work is done for us. And it wants to save it as a print and cut image. Click over to the right and make it a cut image. You can do either, whatever you want to do. I'm going to save it as a cut image and then click save. Now, Miss Michaela, I will go right over here and show you.
Do you have that feature of exposure on an iPad? So yes, anywhere that you can edit your pictures in the iPad, like you would go to your camera roll, select the photo, press edit, and then you can expose it at that point. This is just using
That's kind of like an iPhone.
Yeah,
the iPad is a lot more like an iPhone, but here, all I did literally, Michaela, down here at the bottom of my screen, I don't know if you all can see that or not a little bit. This is just like what I just uploaded. So I'll just click on this, and all I've done right now is click on it, and then my Mac automatically will show this top bar up here with my tools and stuff. So I'm going to adjust the color. You can click that. And right now it's already been exposed, so it's like starting new. But if I was to underexpose it or overexpose it or whatever, that's just kind of how I did that.
Another thing that I like to do is, you don't have to on this one, but sometimes like reducing the saturation to make it black and white helps too.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
But you can definitely use any photo editing software that you have on your iPad, your phone, your tablet, whatever. Just the default ones are fine. All of those deal with light and exposure and editing. So
no matter what device you use, as long as you can get in there, or even just in Design Space, and crop it and expose it, or like Becca said, make it black and white. Any way that you guys have to do that is a way that'll work. It is not like it's this and done, you know?
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so once you have that, all we did was click on all the hard work we just did, and it will come in Design Space right like this. So as you can see, there are some little dots kind of around here, and I want it to kind of be a little bit more in the middle than it is right now. So the first thing that I'm going to do is click on it and go to Contour down here at the bottom right of our Layers panel. And I'm going to bring it way in, a lot closer than it is, and come down here and use my great little mouse here and click on all these little pieces that I see. Oh, heaven above. I'll do a couple of these and then you guys can do the rest because my mouse is just not cooperating at all. But there's just kind of these little dots around, if you can see. And we just want to take those out. There's even some in the middle of this. And this is probably just like a fluke of taking a photo of it and bringing it in that way, which is fine. It is to be expected. Just keep an eye out for those. So I cleaned up a bunch of them. And now the next thing that I'm going to do that's super easy is I want these to line up in the middle of each other. I want them to be super symmetrical and, you know, lined up correctly. So as you can see, the contour tool is there, so we could duplicate all of these and then contour out all the letters. Or the much easier route to go with all of these letters and words is to take us a square here, make it larger, and we're just gonna take this line by line and erase this stuff. So I'm gonna line this up right here, and I just want this to be separate. I want them all to be separate. So I'm just gonna click both of these and click slice.
So she wants each one to be their own layer.
Yep, I do. That way I can go in there and make them exactly how I want them. I can size one of them down instead of having to size them all down, and things like that. So I'm just gonna keep going, keep doing this. And I don't have to do it that many times because there's not that many of these. Now if we had, you know, a family of 12, that might take a bit, but it's okay. Just gonna take it and erase it as we go. Slice tool's awesome. It's just like a little cookie cutter. It's super cute. And now we only have one more to do. Shape, square. Y'all let me know if you have any questions, if I'm going too fast for you guys, if you would like to see anything else. Don't want to crop off anything on that one. Select, slice, and you can only slice 2 layers at a time, guys, which is why I'm doing this one by one and making sure that I've sliced everything else out. Adrian, I love the slice button as well. It does make you work smarter, not harder. Okay, so once we have this, let's just say up here, this I love you that Miss Becca wrote is quite large and beautiful, but it's large, so we're going to size this down a bit. And then we can move our little I love you closer there. We can move this one closer here. And this way you can really change the space, you know, in between them. And now once you have them like this, you can select all of them. And then you can see in the layers panel, they're all different. So Miss Nadine, can you go through erasing the dots again, please? So ma'am, all I did there was contour, hide contour. So let me see if I can find one. Let me go ahead to the contour tool, and you would do this with all of them. So we have some really good examples in here. So you see this tiny dot under this eye here. Oh my goodness. That tiny dot under that eye, if you click on it, it'll highlight, just like as you can see that little eye highlight. If you click on it, it will highlight, and you can just click it and then it's gone. So that means if you come out here, there's no more teeny tiny dot under that eye. Once again, if you're in here and I see one above the E right there, you can click that and come out, and you can see there's not one above the E. That's all that we did was just hide contour. Let me see here. How would you make this an iron-on, like if you wanted to make it on a t-shirt or a towel, or maybe I guess sublimation? Don't know if that's the right word. Miss Tricia, cut it and use iron-on. That's all.
Yeah, you're going to do this the exact same way.
Same way. All we're doing right here is manipulating this how we want it to cut. Now, what you want to cut is completely dependent on you. If you want to do iron-on, do this the exact same way, make it how you'd want it, and just make sure to mirror it and place that iron-on shiny side down. Other than that, same exact way we're doing it here. So you can really play around with, how far in between you want these guys and things like that. And then you can select all of them, go up to align, and you can align center horizontally. Again, let me know if you guys have any questions. I would love to help you. And you also can align, I love this feature, you can distribute vertically. So if you want them to be like perfectly even, which I don't love the look of it, simply because since these are handwritten, I kind of want this to, just kind of go with the flow of it. Like, I think this looks a little awkward, so I want to scoot him up a bit. And Miss, I do not want to butcher your name, Miss or Mrs. Philibun's channel. Philibun. This is live, by the way. Yes. So feel free to ask any and all crafty questions that you have. But yeah, so once you have this like you want it, you can take all of these, and while you're in the canvas here, I just like to group it until I'm for sure of how I like it. And then we'll take us a square here, and I'll just duplicate this. You guys know how to get a square. I want to size this on here, but it's going behind my square. So what do I do then? All you have to do is go up to Arrange with that selected and click Send to Front, and it'll just pop up in the front here. And now is when you can unlock this, and I'm just gonna be real with you guys. Whenever you're using any kind of cursive font or literal hand-lettered art like this, you do not want to manipulate it too much, or else you will not be able to read it. If I stretch this way, guys, you can barely even, make that out. If I had to squeeze this on something or put this on a card, or if I stretched it way too far that way, you'll start to just kind of really distort what you're trying to do. So you do just have to kind of be careful and make sure you're not distorting it too much. So,
to interrupt you really quick, there's a question. Go ahead, is there a way to add a border, most likely white, around images for die cuts? So yes, but not in Design Space. You could definitely take some basic shapes and try to kind of create an outline around things, but actually there's not like a button to create an outline or a shadow or something like that. In our Design Make Sell course, we do have a tutorial on doing drop shadows. It does use a third-party software. But if you are interested in that, along with a ton of other amazing tips, tricks, techniques, then check out our Design Make Sell course for sure. I'm going to drop a link there for you.
Do it. It's a great thing over there. It'll teach you a ton of stuff. So, again, keep asking your questions. I would love to make sure that you guys are confident in this. That is why we are live. That's what we love to do. So size it how you want it. Make sure that you like it. And again, the beauty is that you don't have to stress and throw some numbers in here on your sizing to make it perfect, because we already have our square. We know exactly what it's going to look like on our frame here, so we don't have to, it takes away all the guesswork, which is great. So keep those questions coming. So once you have it sized, all I want to do, if I like the way they are, is I want to attach it. Now, I won't weld it just because you necessarily don't need to. Now, if you were using a font, you do need to weld it, but since this is just kind of handwritten, you don't have to weld it. So once you have it like that, I'm just going to go ahead and erase these because we have a finished one right here. All you need to do is either erase or hide your little square. And here you can see we have all of these attached in our layers panel. Now you can click make it. Like, you guys are done. This is mine and Becca's handwriting in Design Space, ready to be made, placed on a project, which is incredible. We're going to click make it, and we are not using iron-on, so we are not going to mirror, but if you are, please mirror that. And then we're going to continue and connect to our machine. And again, guys, I have pre-cut this, and looking at the time, I'm very glad I did, because there's been so many amazing questions and chit chat today, and I'm super glad that our Cricut has not been messing up on us today. So we're going to click vinyl, and I like to just leave it on default pressure. I think we have a relatively newer blade in here, and then we would cut it. But since we have already cut it, guys, there's really not that much left to do except to apply it. And there are just a couple of rules for applying it as well, especially since we are not using iron-on and we are using regular vinyl. So Becca, if you want to go to the overhead cam, we'll just kind of get it rocking and rolling. So we have our frame here and our backing. So I'm just going to lay that on there. And the first thing that I'm going to do is attach the back together. Now again, we're going to pretend like our Cricut is cutting right now. We've loaded in our mat and she's cutting away because I don't want to confuse any of you guys. So we're going to attach our backing to our frame now before we add our vinyl. Now a lot of you might be like, well, the frame is going to get in the way, or this will make the process harder, but it really won't. If you guys have ever worked with this before, it is a lot harder to position the backing perfectly on the frame after the vinyl has been added. It is much easier to do it this way, and that's just what we recommend. Of course, feel free to do it whatever way you guys want to if you have a preference, but this is the way that we recommend doing it. Now, again, this is our favorite staple gun. We love it. It is an Arrow Fastener T50. And then something that a lot of people don't do is a lot of people would love to start like this, but the problem with starting like this is that your hand just kind of flops around. You don't really have a lot of leverage. So if you actually flip it around and either use your non-dominant hand or always keep it on one side and turn it, then you have leverage of the backing, and it kind of helps you give good pressure on the backing of this. So we just add some staples there. And yeah, Becca's ahead of me on the questions, guys. This is just plywood. Again, Tanner has that amazing frame video that the link is in the description, or if you are a pro level ticket holder for that Design Make Sell course, you do get this free. You get the training free, and that comes with all of the supplies and the training and, you know, the steps and everything. So we're just going to add some of these around. Make sure it's good and stable. This is the easiest staple gun ever, though. You barely have to put any pressure on it. There's some that you can buy and you're like, how in the world am I supposed to do that? Because it's made for like a big guy that does it all the time, probably works in construction, that has no limit to what he can lift or whatever. So that's attached. It's not going anywhere. It's good and secure, and it looks beautiful. This was, I think, only 3 light coats, and here is our paint, just a little up close if you all wanted to see that. So there's that. And now, guys, our pretend Cricut is done pretend cutting, and it's done. So it's been cut for us. All we're going to do for you guys today is weed it. So I'm going to get my scraper tool, which is over here. I'm blind. And I'm going to burnish before I weed this. If you guys are new here, we love to burnish our vinyl because it helps all of our vinyl stay down that we want to stay down. We're just letting gravity help us a little bit. So once we weed the excess vinyl, it'll leave what we want down on the mat, or it'll do it easier since we're already pushing it down, if that makes any sense. And again, this is going to be a little bit, how would you say it, Becca? Rough around the edges, or, you know,
sort of jaggedy, yeah.
And that's just because it's handwritten. So it's nothing that the Cricut did. It's not a mistake that the software made. It's simply because it's handwritten, and I think that it adds a more personal, cuter element to this otherwise, you know, kind of basic craft here.
So if you had a ton of signature or a ton of handwriting, ton of different ones that you wanted to do but didn't have the time to wait for it to cut out, because that does take quite a bit of time.
It does, for sure.
I did the one that I did for Mom that Rachel mentioned earlier. We had 16.
Yeah.
I love using on it. And so I did it on an embroidery hoop and sort of did it in a circular pattern. And I did a print and cut.
Did you?
I did a print and cut.
Oh my goodness, I bet that was
the size of the embroidery hoop, and it was so much easier, obviously, because it just printed it out, one cut around for a circle, and I ironed it on. So that's also a great option.
Yeah.
You would just do the exact same method of taking the picture, erasing that background to make it a ping that Rachel showed you guys, and then just flatten it to whatever shape that you wanted to print it out with. So that's an option.
I love that there's just so many options to do this.
So many different options, yeah.
So what we taught you guys, you can just take and do whatever with, you know. I think this would be super cute if you and your husband exchanged handwritten vows. I think it would be gorgeous. And guys, my mind, I'm so dang sentimental. My mind always just goes to stuff like that. With so many friends getting married recently, it's just, I've really been thinking about it. as well. So yeah, something like that would be super cute. I hate to think about stuff like this, but like the last letter your mother sent you or something, or maybe like before she or a grandmother passed, or maybe one of your grandmother's recipes that she handwritten that was handed down to you, something like that. I absolutely love anything sentimental. I'm all for. Yeah, so I'm just weeding these little pieces, and some of this would definitely be easier with the pen tool, but I've made it this far, guys. I'm just going with it. We're almost done. Love it. Guys, that turned out really cute. Love that. Love it. I'm glad I pre-cut it too. And I forgot to mention it, but we're going to be using our masking paper transfer tape. This is the bomb diggity. It's so good. This is linked in the description. This is our favorite transfer tape. Look how low we are on this roll. It usually comes like super thick for us, and we do not pay that much for it. It's on Amazon. However, we've been using it. This is like almost exclusively what we use, unless we're using like something like ridiculously dumb glitter vinyl that we all hate here, or anything like that. Now, I think this is just a bit, yeah, this is about 7 inches, so I don't want you all to start cringing because I will use 2 pieces of this, but it's okay. It's okay. Just go, bear with me. Now, you could do it 2 pieces this way, 2 pieces this way, whatever you want to do. I'm going to do it this way, and I just eyeball it and then cut it, and then usually me and Becca have the same problem. It won't fit, but I think I've gotten better at eyeballing. I really think I have. Yeah, oh yeah. And I'm going to take my scraper, just scrape this down, and I will also trim this off before I apply it down. I'll trim the edges a little bit. And I just have to, now you guys can cut a little piece, but that almost annoys me more than just taking this whole darn thing. I mean, since it's so affordable, I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm rolling with it. And let me know if you guys have any more questions. This has been a really fun project, Becca. I'm super glad that you mentioned it. I was happy to do it. Super excited. Okay. So I'm just burnishing down. Contrary to popular belief, you can never over burnish. It's just not a possibility. So now that I've burnished good, I'm going to go with gravity and flip my mat over and remove basically my mat from my material, and and not vice versa. So, ooh. My mat is peeling up my backing here.
It's a strong one.
And this is not a new mat, so this sucker might be, woo! Okay. And now we're going to burnish from the back. Again, you can't overdo it, guys. I promise. And before I remove that backing, I'm actually going to trim this up a bit. I just think it's easier than after I've removed all that. Just going to trim it up. And now before I remove that backing, I'm going to prep my frame. Now it has already gotten the, we've already put the frame on it, excuse me. So now we're just going to use our alcohol. You guys probably think I'm nuts. I put alcohol on everything. You guys know we love these pump bottles. If it's vinyl, if vinyl's going on it, if it's a slick surface at all, I'm going to put alcohol on it. So I'm going to wipe it down, and this, guys, I painted it yesterday. However, this will get all of the dirt and dust and debris off of it. But I do warn you, if you have a surface that's not very slick, it can almost do more harm than good. It'll leave like, the little pieces of the paper towel on here, and you don't want to be cleaning that off. So just be careful, use your own discretion. I just wanted it good and clean and ready to go. So have I missed any questions? Becca's been incredible about answering all those.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Sweet. Well, now we're just going to apply this. Dun, dun, dun. So we're going to remove the backing here. Just start at any spot. And this could be a little tricky depending on, your blade or how your machine cuts or whatever. But burnishing does wonders for real, guys. And see, I'm going to pick up a little piece here. All I have to do is push it down with my finger again. And we'll go ahead and re-peel that off. I'm going to get something else down here. Just be careful. And if you see that happens because my blade cut through a little bit too deep. I would much rather that be the case than it not cut deep enough and it be a booger to weed. So I would much rather this happen. So I'm just taking my time here on these lines, making sure I have all my letters down.
There's a question, how can I type a logo and print a tiny lip gloss label? I'm actually getting ready to post a link to a video that we did on essential oils, and we made videos for a roller ball essential oil and a couple of other ones, and that will give you some fantastic tips on how to create and print tiny labels with Print and Cut.
It sure will. That was a great video.
Yeah, Miss Edie was there. That was amazing. It was so much fun. Her energy is amazing.
Her and Tanner together, you're like, what?
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
what? Let's see here.
So I'm just taking my pen tool, guys, and removing the little tiny pieces of backing that was left on there. But all in all, that cut incredibly well as my little stapler falls. So now is go time. I'm gonna widen this out so that we can see the entire frame here. And I'm probably gonna stand up, honestly, because I'm one of those people that really like to be over my project. And you guys get to see my roots that need to be done so bad. But now you'll just kind of gonna move everything around, work with it. And this is probably honestly the hardest part of the entire thing, is just making sure it's centered. And I'm holding it pretty tightly, and I'm just kind of holding it here, making sure I like it. I'll let Becca be my eyes. Don't be stressed, Becca. You just let me know.
Yeah, maybe to the right just a tiny bit.
Okay.
I like it.
Up or down?
I like it.
In the middle? Okay. I'm gonna very slowly lay it down. And I usually like to press my fingers in places where there's not any writing. And this is when you can hold it up to you and see if you like it. And I love it. And again, since this is handwritten, it might look a little wonky.
It should.
It should totally happen. So once you like it, we're going to start in the middle and work our way out with that scraper tool here. And again, I use this paint. This wood was very lightly sanded before I painted on it. So it's not like it was crazy wood that should never hold vinyl or anything like that. I have high hopes for this sticking really well. And then we're just going to go through there if we want to. It's totally optional. You do not have to. And you guys can add a layer of this polyacrylic. I wanted to mention it in today's live because it's a great way to seal projects that you use vinyl with. So you can't over burnish. I think I've done plenty. And I'm going to bring us back in here so we can see this. I'm going to get back in my chair. Oh, there we go. And I'm just going to start peeling this back. So the key here is to peel it super tight. So we're going to peel this super tight back with our fingers, and I'm onto that second piece here. Peel it back tight.
I don't know if you have it in the supply list or not. Do you have the pump in the supply list?
I think it is in, I do. It's in the, oh actually no, it's in the popular links, and it's also in the description all the way down, not with the products from this live stream, but on down. There's some super popular links that we just leave in every single video.
Okay. I just dropped one too from Amazon.
Awesome.
I don't know if it's the one we normally get or not, but it's a 2-pack and it was a reasonable price.
Yeah,
so.
probably. Yeah, that looks like it.
Okay.
Yeah. And guys, this is sticking great.
Oh, it does look good.
Yeah. Again, as long as you do it tight, just kind of like we were peeling off that backing.
And part of that is because you let that paint dry for a long time too. Did you already talk about that?
Becca.
Yeah.
Good point. I did say that it was painted and dried, but I did not mention how well it needs to be dried, which is very well. This was overnight, guys, all the way overnight. Now, if I had, oh, that looks gorgeous. If I had left this, I'm gonna go out again. If I had left this for an hour and only let it dry for an hour or so, that could have been really bad. I mean,
yeah, because a paint can feel dry to touch, but there's still moisture in it, so it's not gonna stick.
No, or heaven forbid, your transfer tape could peel it up
That's
if it wasn't perfectly dry. I mean, it's just. Nothing good happens when you have paint or stain that's not perfectly dry. A lot of times we're a little lazy here, or not lazy, but impatient. Well, both, but either way, whatever. Either way. Sometimes we are impatient and we want to go ahead and try and paint stuff or iron on stuff when paint is dry, and it's just never a good idea. You just don't do it, guys. Just wait. Try and be patient. But this looks absolutely adorable. I think it looks amazing. I would absolutely love one of these. Mom would love one of these. She only has 2 kids, so.
Let's put it on Courtney's desk.
Oh my gosh, yes.
She would just love it.
It's just Becca, Rachel, but that's okay.
Yeah.
She would love it. This is super cute. So if you guys wanted to, again, I won't, because I know we're running close to the time here. And again, if it was any more than one step, I would do it for you guys. But literally, all you do is pop the top off of this after shaking it a bit. You don't even have to shake it. I just have a little brush. That's it. And I just would dip it in here just like any other paint and just paint it right on. Super thin coats. It will add the tiniest bit of gloss. So if you wanted to make sure you're getting in the edges, that's fine. But if you get up on the frame or what have you, no one's gonna notice because this stain is already a little bit not glossy, but it's a little bit shiny, you know. And this is just clear satin, so it would do the same thing. It's not clear gloss. But yeah, just a couple of really light coats. You only have to let that dry like 15-20 minutes in between, and then do that. However, if you were to use HTV on this, it would last a long time without you having to seal it at all, which is why we do love to use that HTV. But this looks really good too, Becca. I love it.
I do love that project.
So here's what we wrote on piece of paper. We took our paper into Design Space and created this. How amazing. I'm so glad we did this for this Mother's Day. Becca had the amazing idea to do that as well. And yeah, guys, I love it. Look how stinking cute this is. And I think this is a really good size too.
It is,
because
sure.
you don't want to do one gigantic and you don't want to do it super, super tiny. I think this size is super good. And I'll tell you that official size.
If you do it too small, guys, the weeding of a script handwriting is murder.
So this one is 11 by 14. Yep. So this is 11 by 14. Very standard size of a frame here. Thank you, Joe.
Catherine said, I think I might make my own Mother's Day gift.
Just be like, here, kids, write this down. Just say I love you. Just write it down.
No disappointment there. No disappointment.
For real?
Uh-huh.
Just like if you make your own card or you buy yourself flowers, you can't let yourself down. Well, you can, but you'd have to try. Everyone, listen. Sure, make your own Mother's Day gift. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, love this project. Any questions? Let us know if you have any. Yeah, I hope you guys are liking that we are all kind of prepping a bit more and having some like links ready, and me and Becca are working hard in the comment section to try and make sure you all are happy throughout the live stream. I think that going down to 3 lives a week will give us more time to be super productive on the back end for you guys, so that when we do go live, they are pretty on point, if you know what I mean. So I'm really happy about that. I hope you guys are understanding and enjoying these. Yeah, for sure. Any other questions, Becca? Are you scrolling up to try and find one?
Nope. We're good. Yeah.
No, we're good. Awesome. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much. For all those of you asking, again, thank you so much for the prayers for my mom and dad's house. My mom is going to do a live stream probably the week after next at her house. So you guys are going to get to see like a live stream there. We're going to see if Tanner would like to come over, which is going to be incredible. I can't wait to show it to you guys, all the progress that has been made. I wish we had before and after pictures, like before everything happened, because it was built in the 70s, like 69, 70. So she was due for a little makeover, and through it all, you know, God is good. We absolutely could not do, we couldn't wake up in the morning without knowing that we can lean on the Lord. And we just thank you guys so much for all your prayers and your support and everything through this. Thank you so much for everything you all do. I hope that you all enjoyed this live. Again, links in the description. Thank you so much. If you are on the fence to join Makers Gonna Learn, you can join for just $1, and that sale ends tomorrow. You guys can download 20 out of 3,000 plus digital cut files, any of the ones that you would like. You can get access to that Facebook group, which is an incredible perk, Becca. We don't talk about it enough, but you have so many incredible you know, people over there sharing their projects, asking questions, getting help, needing opinions on things. It's amazing. It's like one big family over there, and we love that. Also, what days are you doing? I see that from, or what days are you going? I think she means going live, Becca. Maybe that's what she's talking about. That? What days are you going?
Yes.
We are going live now Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Normally, I will be here Tuesdays. Tanner will be here. No, Becca will be here on Wednesdays, and Tanner will be here on Thursdays. Yeah. And then one of us will be here, of course, being here to moderate for whoever's not being live in front of the camera. But yeah, Thanks so much. What did you put on to seal it? Sharon, Miss Shana, right below you did answer, and so did Miss Becca. Polyacrylic, just this little Minwax. This is Minwax water-based polyacrylic protective finish, clear satin. That's the one that we use. We do have a link to that. It's really good. And Kimberly said, Facebook rocks. My question got answered so quickly today. Kimberly, we're so glad to hear it. Thank you so much for, supporting us and being a member for so long. I know you're one of the original members. Kate, I don't think any of our Amazon links are coming up empty. What does exactly an empty link mean?
Which are I can't even get it out. Which link are you trying to click that's not working?
Now, I will say,
because I want to fix it.
Sometimes there are links that we have, guys. We do not grab links every single day, new ones for you guys. If we love a product and we know that it's not like the Amazon seller has not just dropped off the face of the earth, we will leave the link and keep sending you guys the same links because we use them so often. So if something says currently unavailable or in stock back in 2 weeks or something like that, roll with it, guys. Just roll with it. Go on there on the bottom, try and find something very similar to what we have linked for you guys. But with COVID-19 and everything, it's so crazy to think about, but a lot of things that we do have for you guys linked are out of stock for some reason. Like the ATG guns and our alcohol bottles and things like that are for some reason out of stock. But if you do get that type of link, roll with the punches, guys. It'll be there in stock soon. But those are the links to the exact products that we love and that we use. Staple gun and bottles, no results.
I just did another bottle one, so let me find it again.
Yeah, let me know. I mean, if the links are straight up like giving you like an error or something, we'll for sure fix that. We'll wait for Becca to confirm and let us know, but I don't know. Can you link the transfer tape again? Are the links not working, really? And Miss Catherine, those are in the description as well. Just letting you know. I don't know.
Okay, here's a link for the alcohol pump. I think I'm spelling it wrong. I did. There we go. And then the other one was what? The staple gun?
Transfer tape?
Oh, transfer.
Oh, the Kate's other one was the staple gun. Yes, correct. Sorry.
What's do you remember the T150 whatever?
T50? And then if you're on, do you have access to the popular links for lives Google Doc?
Yeah.
That one's got the exact link because he's a little bit hard to find. Right there in the middle. Right there. Yep. Okay. She's got it, guys.
Arrow.
Kimberly, I got mine to work. Miss Kimberly, thanks for letting us know. So it's probably just you. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kate. I'm not saying that in a rude way. I'm sorry.
So there's the staple gun.
Might be your computer. It's working. The links are working for other people, so I do apologize for that. Anyways, guys, I love this Mother's Day craft. Make it for your mom, please. This would be a super cute project. I can think of so many things I want to write down now and do this with. There's so many things I want to take a photo of and do this with. Just little cute things. Little things that maybe could deteriorate over time that you could end up keeping forever. So that's a fun thing to think about. Anyways, guys, I hope that you all enjoyed this live. Thank you so much for being here and for asking so many amazing questions and for being so amazing and testing our links. You guys are like our tech help too, or our, like our customer service as well. We thank you so much for that. Anyways, Becca, anything else?
I think we're good, friends.
Well, I think Tanner's gonna do the one tomorrow, and Becca, I don't know, it's my fault, guys. It's because I'm taking off work that we're all jumbled up this week, but we're gonna have it together, I promise. But anyways, someone will see you guys back tomorrow for another amazing Mother's Day gift idea. I think it's a card is what we're doing tomorrow. So if you have a last minute card you need to make, or you don't want to go to the store because of COVID-19, or you want a little bit more inspiration to make one, then that will be here for you guys tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye.